What's up, Tall North Motions? I'm Kyle, and I'm here with...
These colors don't run!
And I'm going to start off here first really quick. Give us a brief history about the band.
Start with Brad there.
Yeah, so the band started off actually a while back in Ottawa originally. There were two members. We both came to Edmonton and kind of found a few more members in 2009 and started playing some shows in the city. And since then we've been through a lot of member changes. We've done like a lot of shows and stuff. And yeah, now we've got, you know, Dave, Trey, and Cole in the band, kind of the core group that's now writing the new music when These Colors Don't Run. And it's come a long ways for sure. So.
Awesome. And do you feel that metalcore is becoming more oversaturated, making it harder for metalcore bands to be noticed? Like, there's too many bands that sound the same, or there's too many bands that are going around the same path, that it's kind of become almost like an overdone scene, or...
You get that with any kind of music, though. I mean, like, the more that things progress, and like, especially with like the age of information, with everybody being able to create music, like everybody can download a program and write a riff and play a drum, like everything, right? Like, so it becomes so easy to do. But like, it's not about oversaturation. It's just about like, I guess just things changing with like economies and like everything like that. It's just it becomes more difficult for people to sell themselves and remain I guess marketable in a way, you know. But it really depends on what your goals are as a band, I suppose. Like that's probably what I would say. I don't think it's become stagnant. I mean, just because I don't like certain metalcore bands or certain like parts of the genre doesn't mean that it's like those are some of the most popular bands in the genre now, right?
Exactly.
So but yeah, like I don't think it's oversaturation, because I mean you're just gonna get that with any kind of music. It's just inevitable. So
and do you feel metalcore gets a lot of hate because of bands like that a lot of people hate, as for Asking Alexandria, Sleeping with Sirens, Of Mice and Men, and stuff like that? Or do you think that it's more based on the fans of those bands, where it kind of makes them, where they're more viewed as mallcore because too many Hot Topic people just like to listen to them?
Well, I don't know, like, it seems like those bands are like pretty mainstream, and so when you think of that as a representation of the sound of metalcore, you know, it's that the whole genre of metalcore is so massive that trying to find, you know, bands that legitimately represent that sound, like, you know, Battlecross has a lot of metalcore influence, and Revocation still has some, like, you know, metalcore influence. There's all these bands that have different influences that still represent metalcore, that, you know, these more well-known bands kind of get this arrogant, you know, attitude like thrown towards them. Like, I'm not a big fan at all of that. I fucking hate that band. But,
and if they ever want us to go on tour with them, you know, like hit us up. These Colors Don't Run on Facebook.
Love to, absolutely love to. But I don't know. It's just like when a band's out there and they're on the, I don't know, like they have a certain arrogance towards them, then, you know, it can get twisted a certain way. But
like with more popularity, you're gonna develop more attention, whether it's positive or negative. And I just think that it doesn't matter what you do in this. Like I said, again, I'm gonna reference the age of information and the social media age that we're in. You're gonna have people that are gonna criticize you, whether they know whether it's blindly or whether it's like with like actual like knowledge, and like they really enjoy stuff and they just don't enjoy your thing. Like it's just it's people. It's just people. Like every genre gets a certain amount of hate. Like so it's just it's just one of those things that you just got to be stronger than the people that hate you, and you just got to, you know, take that with a grain of salt and just keep booking her, you know.
And that's make you famous.
Yeah, exactly.
To add on that, like, I mean, even people who do like Asking Alexandria, maybe that's like the gateway drug, so to speak, for them to get into like other bands and stuff that normally maybe they wouldn't listen to, because maybe they were mostly, you know, into like indie rock, they were into like top 40, but they heard Asking Alexandria because it has clean singing. So like I teach guitar, and I had a student who really liked Asking Alexandria, but I wanted to teach him something heavier. I was like, here, check out this band called Black Tongue. It's kind of like Asking Alexandria. It's got a lot of breakdowns.
Kinda.
And, you know, it's only tuned down an octave more, right? And no clean singing, but like, my point being is that he ended up liking it. So I don't think anyone should ever put down a band because a lot of people like it. A lot of people like drinking water, and I think that's like the dopest shit in the world. I don't know. So like, I don't know.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Alright, and where do you guys draw most of your influences for writing? Like, do you have a certain, like, people in the genre itself, or do you take a lot of your influences from other genres?
The trees.
Trees,
Yeah,
the
man.
trees, the fungus.
You know, like a lot of my lyrics as I've become older have been like very politically charged. And so like there are a lot of bands that do that, but I wouldn't say I take influence from them. I do take influence from like vocalists and bands that I like, but it's mostly just like educating myself and finding out things for myself, and just like, hey, this is something that I want to, you know, tell the, you know, give to the world, you know.
I kind of find that more prominent with like bands like, let's say, Architects, where I don't really know too many bands who are politically charged as much as them when it comes to like a post-hardcore, post-metalcore kind of feel.
Yeah, man. Ender Shikari is another really good example of that too. But yeah, I mean, that's, as a vocalist, that's where I draw like influence when I'm writing. But these guys,
Yeah, it's just kind of like anything you hear, even if you don't know like what the band is or who they are. If you just hear that little piece that just catches your ear, you know, you can take that and use it into other different places.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily one band all the time that you're just like, I gotta be like these guys, but you can take stuff from every little piece of music that you hear. That's why it's great writing with these guys, because I hear just all new music all the time, so you can just hear like little pieces here and there, and you're like, that would be really cool. But with this, kind of swings it up.
Yeah. Awesome. And do you guys have any final remarks or announcements before we cut her off here?
I am so stoked, my dudes, to play this show tonight.
Yeah.
So good.
These colors don't run in Regina.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, stay true to yourself, live your dreams, and don't let the man bring you down.
One more thing.
He did it.
That's all I
He did it!
All right, guys. This has been
That's out.
Kyle from Total Metal Promotions with These Colors Don't Run. Keep her metal.